Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to Harry's Highlights. On this video, we're going to be talking about the book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. Now this is a book about all the individual laws that are required to become an effective leader. So each video, we're going to focus on one of the specific laws. Today's video, we're going to be focusing on the law of the Big Mo. This is to do with momentum. Now, momentum is an essential, crucial, critical part of an effective leader. And it's, it makes up, effective teams and effective leadership in general. See, momentum is a leader's best friend. Momentum is the great catalyst, the great exaggerator, amplifier, supporter that helps make anything better and turns the good great and the great amazing. Momentum is something that everybody can benefit from. See, you can have all the resources and all the people in the world to support your vision. But if you can't get your team moving in the right direction, it'll all be for nothing. You need momentum. See, momentum is one of those things that it gets people moving and then keeps them moving. See, many times, momentum is the only thing that makes the difference between winning and losing. Have you ever noticed a sports team that just has had defeat after defeat after defeat? It might have been the one game, might be across their career, but they lose momentum. It's like trying to move, think of a train, big steel train. If that train isn't moving, there's no momentum. Getting that to move without any momentum can take an extreme amount of energy, an extreme amount of time. It's the exact same thing when it comes to a team that's been losing. To get them up and going again, all that friction is restricting them and holding them back. To get them building momentum again is so difficult. But you think about the team that's had, win after win after win, their momentum seems like they're on fire. They seems like they could drive through anything, Everything just seems easier, Everything seems like they can do no wrong. Nothing seems to be too big for them to conquer. Nothing seems to be too solid, too big, too wide. They just plow through it all. See, without momentum, bumps seem like mountains. Small problems look like insurmountable obstacles. Morale drops or becomes almost non-existent. But on the other hand, when you have momentum on your side, the future looks bright, obstacles appear small and everything looks like it's overcomable, no matter what it may be. When you're on what they call a winning streak, you feel like I can do anything. I can take on whatever the next challenge is, I can do it. When you're on a losing streak, just so reluctant to take on anything, I don't even want to try this next one because I'm probably just going to lose again. That's just what the pattern's been so far. See, when you've got momentum on your side, you can go through anything. Anything at all is easily achievable. No matter how big, no matter how much out of your comfort zone it is, when you have momentum on your side, you're not worried or concerned about anything. All of a sudden, all the facts mean nothing because you've got momentum. See, it makes, momentum is one of those great things. It's what we call a great exaggerator, especially in the law of the Big Mo. It describes momentum as the great exaggerator, the great amplifier. Everything is better. It's like a big magnifying glass. Everything just seems bigger. Any win now seems a lot bigger than what it was. Any of your strengths look a lot bigger than what they was. All of your weaknesses look far, far smaller because of your momentum. It's trumped by your strengths. It's trumped by your experience of winning. So when you've got momentum working for you, you need to ride that wave and start achieving more. It's like when you think about anything of any great size. When you get that moving, it's rocking backwards and forwards and you've got it moving. All of a sudden to get it moving faster is really, really easy. So if you have a team that's moving quickly already with a lot of momentum, to get them to move faster or get them to move further, it's quite easy now because they already have that momentum built up and they're already riding that momentum. You can just continue to amplify that even more so. You can use it to your advantage. So if anytime that you're playing a team sport and your team is winning, your team is doing well, you can ride that wave of momentum. You can ride that winning streak to continue to achieve more and more than what you normally would. See, with momentum, it makes leaders look like geniuses because all of a sudden they have this increased self-confidence, increased self-assurance. They feel like any decision they make now is going to be the right one. And because of that self-confidence, that flows onto their team. Their team and their followers think, this is great. We're unstoppable. We're unshakable, unbreakable. Nothing can get in our way. And even if it tried to, we would plow straight through it. So every decision the leader now starts to make is correct and right and achieving success. So they just seem like they're a genius. It helps followers perform better than what they are, because all of their doubts, fears and worries washes away. They start to think that they are far more skilled than what they normally would believe. So they take on bigger challenges, and because of the momentum and this increased confidence, they achieve more. So they perform well above what they normally would. It means even average people can perform far above average in an organization with great momentum. If you take say you have a business and it's performing really, really well, you're just getting great sales, or you might be getting great achievements in whatever it may be, you're kicking goals all over. An average person that comes along and sees, well, this is the standard that we all need to meet, this is what everyone else is doing, they start performing at an exceptional rate because they feel like, well, I'm in a team that's winning. This team is going to win. I need to ride this wave. I just need to do, what needs to be done to win as well. So it feels like they've already achieved the success. They're just waiting for time to recognize it. So it's this great experience of everyone just all of a sudden feels like nothing can stop us. So, but it takes a great leader to create momentum. It begins with the leader. It's the leader's responsibility to recognize that momentum needs to be created, build that momentum, and then keep amplifying that momentum. Keep that momentum running through the team. But like they say, you cannot kindle a fire in another heart until it's burning with your own. So you need to start the momentum in yourself as a leader. You need to start that momentum happening with you. And once you're doing things, all of a sudden your team, monkey see, monkey do, law of the big picture, your team and followers go like, okay, great, this is what's happening. This is what we need to be doing. This is all right. And all of a sudden, everyone's doing it. Anyone that comes aboard, anyone that sees this, they go like, well, yeah, you guys are doing it. I need to do it as well. And it sort of becomes this snowball effect, and everybody is now growing, and you're all now riding this wave of momentum and achieving more and more and more and more, and nothing can seem to get in your way. Till you feel like you are so big that you would just roll through anything, over anything that came your way. You'd either absorb it, crush it, or just move straight through it. So everything that seemed impossible now seems very possible, very, very doable. Anything that couldn't be done before now feels like it's already been done. It feels like that there is nothing you can't do. You feel like a team of superheroes. And you can see this, the morale goes through the roof. You can see it in teams that are like, especially in sports, when they all of a sudden they're on a winning streak and they're getting goal after goal, or they're scoring, score after score after score. All of a sudden, you can see it in the team. They go like, we can do this. We have got this. Like, no matter what happens from here, do we have so much momentum happening? We couldn't stop ourselves even if we wanted to. And it's like, it's one of those exciting things. Like, you can see it as like the crowd feels momentum. The team is displaying all this momentum. The crowd feels it. All of a sudden, it's so exciting and such a powerful effect that people could basically walk outside, carry their cars home. It becomes this feeling of just extreme excitement and unshakableness. But that all starts and happens and begins with the leader. And that is why the momentum is a leader's best friend, because it amplifies everything. It takes the good to great, the great to amazing. It makes everything better. It makes any sort of obstacles seem obsolete. They're nothing now. It makes everything bigger. It means that everything just seems like it's achievable, overcomeable, no matter what it is. All the followers can perform better than what they normally are. Average people can perform better than what they ever have before. And then it becomes this unstoppable force, is the best way to explain it. That is the law of the big mo. You can fully recognize this in people that have started in a company or an organization and have got a lot of success, and they move to a different company and they have none. That's where you've seen the law of the big mo in action. Because they were riding that momentum. that they'd created with their team, and they were unable to recreate it over here, and you can feel all the friction and how it's all just stopped and everything becomes very, very difficult. Whereas before, there was no friction, everything was easy and achievable. That is how you understand the law of the big Mo. Now, we'll be making a lot more of these videos for this training series to help you with your personal development goals. That's all for now though. So until next time, leave a comment below on what you like the most, and look forward to sharing more with you in the next episode of Harry's Highlights.